Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shoot it to the right, shoot it to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. I got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of What a Horse. We got several things we're going to go over. We had a couple of horse shows and had a, I don't know, we'd call that a sale or a preview.
We had a good time.
Well, we did, but it was a flop.
Yeah.
There ain't no doubt about it. But I tell you what, you do your gig, and then I'll let everybody throw rocks at me.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to where the 5 to 9 more than makes up for the 9 to 5. To where you check your troubles, along with your coat. And days are made, even at 10 at night. Welcome to the best time you've ever had, since the last time you were here. To old friends, new experiences, and forgotten cares. Welcome to where life moves at the speed of you. Welcome to Sam's Town Tunica Hotel and Gambling Hall by Boyd. Welcome to where you want to be.
When asked why I go with light tube, well, the answer is pretty simple. In 1946, a company was formed to provide phone systems and nurse call systems at an affordable price. That company would continue to grow. In 2000, that communication team realized the dot-com bubble would provide power, flexibility, and efficiency to house voice-over internet phone services. So they built their own platform and installed their first voice-over IP system in 2001. While Host My Calls was getting started in 1946, a year later, in 1947, saw the beginning of the Tullahoma Utility Authority. They would start providing electric power to homes and businesses throughout the entire Tullahoma area. In 1977, as more services were needed, the current building was built to provide both power and water to meet the needs as Tullahoma's growth continued. And in 2008, Tullahoma would venture into the world of fiber optics and start providing the strongest internet service in the area at affordable prices. With the history of these two companies providing dependable service, selecting Light Tube for Host My voice, text, and video to run over was an easy choice. Call today, 931-581-4411, and start experiencing great communications.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Welcome back. I do want to remind everybody about Christmas in July this weekend. $1,000, and here's something I want everybody to understand. Everything will be paid in cash money. Cash money. Special announcement is $1,000 to the performance horse trainer that brings the most horses, paid in cash. $1,000 to the flat shod trainer who brings the most horses, paid in cash. Let me see here, we got a Thursday night, we're going to have a 4-year-old canter class that pays $500, $300, $200, $100, $100 in cash. Friday night, it's going to be a specialty, and we'll pay $1,000, $500, $300, $250, and $200. And I heard there's something for Saturday night in the works, but I don't have the information on it. But I do know that it will be paid cash, irregardless of what some people are saying. So we got that out of the way. Now we're going to talk about upcoming events. Jerry and I have talked about doing a claiming show, and I'm looking more and more forward to it, but I want to make one thing. We have a lot of horses that should be in one division showing in a different division.
Yes.
And I'm going to point out, we've got it going on in the flat shod, and we got it going on in the performance. The show pleasure class was created for a show pleasure horse. The rules state that that a show pleasure horse should not be compared to a performance horse. During the conversation I had this morning, the gentleman said, "You can take one of them show pleasure horses and win state."
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So, when we finally get this claiming show together, we're going to have a little bit different way of doing it, because I want to have an original show pleasure class
Yes.
and a performance show pleasure class. The difference is evident, and people know this, and I'm not throwing rocks. We've had some great show pleasure horses, great, but we get away from things, and I just don't see it. I don't see where it benefits us. Do you?
No, I don't. You know, that show pleasure class was made for a certain caliber of horse or whatever. But now, you know, it done got so advanced, and then, you know, just like you say, you know, I'm not throwing no rocks at nobody or whatever, but I mean, you're gonna have to have some class for that original show pleasure horse to show in. And then you can have that performance show pleasure class, like some of the horses we have today that shows.
Well, we got some great ones.
Oh, we got some great show pleasure horses.
But I realize one thing, that it's just like Sir. I wanted to show him in the performance class, and if somebody would show me a trick to get a tail set on him, I might try it. But he ain't gonna wear no tail set.
Yes.
And there's horses, I can understand that there's horses that just don't like that tail set and are better. And I can go back and name some that flat walk a hole in the ground, but we've got some now. It's kind of like a rack, and again, we're talking about rules and regulations. You take a racking horse, a lot of those, to me, are walking.
Yes.
I mean, they're not racking anymore. They're shaking that head, reaching, walking. A racking horse, the way I was brought up, has a steady head, and he's not reaching. So it's just that I'm a particular about rules and regulations.
Yes.
And that's what I'd like to see is, if we're going to have a rule, I'd like to see the rules followed.
Well, Jerry, the way the show pleasure class is today, you almost rather put a brace on a horse than if you show him in the regular class, because that show pleasure class, anybody can see that you go out there and you see in the regular classes you have 5 to 6. That show pleasure class is 12 to 15 every time you show it.
And most of them have shown performance.
Yes.
But we also, another thing I want to point out is Comer, the committee, the House Committee Oversight with the government reform, they have come out with some things that's very interesting. Like the Inspector General confirms the committee's findings that they're going to have to make some changes. Now, the one I like the best is the on-site appeals process. We're supposed to already have that, but we don't. Now, how they're going to do it, I don't know. But it's getting pretty bad. They went over the conflict of interest, veterinary inspections, and communications with show management. And there's one thing that really bothers me. These are supposed to be independent inspections, right?
Yes.
So if they're independent and we don't care who the horse is or who the trainer is, we just want to check this horse in particular, then why does the USDA always have to have the entry forms so they can go down that list prior to? Now,
You have a point.
I understand why show has to have it. I understand that. Show has to make sure that the correct horse comes
In that right class.
and they look at it first. So they get the number, match it with the horse, yeah, there it is. So they've got it, checking the horses coming in. But the USDA wants that list, and I've seen them do it. I've seen them sit there and take pictures and then stand there and point. Like they're pointing out that we want to check that one when it comes through. If you're checking horses honestly and ethically, you don't need no list.
That's right. You there just check the horses.
Yep, all you got to do is check the horse comes in front of you, the horse got a number on him. You see something wrong with that horse, just ask the DQP. What's this horse's name and number? It's simple. Another thing is if you decide to turn one down, why do you have to stand there and make that trainer give you the same information that you've already got, other than just to flex your muscles and show yourself? I mean, it makes no difference. It makes no sense.
Yes.
And I look at it, and we videoed them doing it. And I know some trainers who just said, hey, you got it on a piece of paper, and they'll walk off. I don't blame them, because what you're doing is just trying to pinpoint, hey, everybody look over here. I'm giving this guy a ticket. There ain't nothing right about it.
No, it's nothing right about it at all.
I'll argue with them all day long about it. But let's get back to the claiming show. I'd really like to have it, and I've got a lot of positive comments on it. I just think that if we have this, I want to have it to where people, when they look at a horse in a claiming show, you put a price tag on that horse and we'll have it for that class. But I'd like to see like a youth show pleasure class with youth, a youth amateur, or just a regular show pleasure with adults in it, and sell the horse for the person that's going to ride it or purchase that horse. If you want one for a youth, that's what you want to look for.
Yes.
If you watch a youth riding them horses, then you say, hey, it can be rode by a child. Same thing for adults, women, whatever. You just pick the horse you want. Of course, we'll have some in there with trainers, like 2-year-olds. So it's a way to do it. And at the same time, maybe create a new avenue for showing horses in the future, that every time you go in there, a $30,000 horse does not have to show against a world champion or a world grand champion. They're in there with other horses at the same level that they're in. And that can create sight and a lot more shows.
I just want to say this one thing for everyone, all our listeners out there that don't understand this, what we're talking about. Feel free to call me or Jerry, and we'll try to explain to it as best as we can, because I don't want nobody to not understand what we're trying to do.
Well, I always try it. If somebody says try something, I'm going to try it. We're going to go over the horses that were at the sale Saturday. Now, we advertised 3 horses or 4 horses prior to the sale to show the caliber of the horses that were going to be there. We sold 3 of them. Billy Morgan sold 2, and Jesse Barnes sold 1. So that's where we're at. Now, the horses that were there this weekend, they were all, I was happy with every one of them. That's Jeremy right there. He's on one called Tomahawk by Perfect Hawk. Outstanding horse. He was 3rd at the celebration and 4th. Placed ribbons was steady, ready, and this one is ready to go. And that's one that I think that
Shane
Porterfield brought this one. A young lady rode this one. This is a mare. I'm trying to remember this mare is called a Hidden Gem by Jimmer Fredette and a Tequila Cash mare. And it's always in the hunt. Always. Jimmy McConnell, Sam Martin, all of them have won ribbons on this horse. And this is one that's ready to go.
Well, the thing of it is, these horses that was there, and I know we didn't have a lot of horses there at all, but the ones that was there was real nice horses. And I just want to take a chance to thank everyone that took time out to come to the sale and participate.
Hey, it was a good thing. Everybody had a good time. Nobody lost any money, and still Fast will receive a check. That's the one thing I wanted them to know, that we was raising money for Fast, even though we lost. Fast still gained, and that's the only thing that matters.
Yes.
That's what it was for. Right here's Jesse Barnes. Now, I'm going to tell you, I believe this one is the one that is simply perfect. Or is that got you mare?
No, it's perfect. That's perfect.
This is perfect. This is a perfect talk by Dixie Blue. 5th in the 2024 celebration in the show pleasure class. And see, they're right there. Now that's a good show pleasure gate right there. I was tickled with Jesse Barnes. He is a fine young man, and he said he was coming. He can't.
Yep. I want to appreciate Jesse. Jesse's a nice upcoming trainer. Is there. He's a good.
He works hard.
Yep.
Well, they got some bids on this horse, but they just could not come to the sale price. But I will say this is a great place to have a horse show.
Oh, yes.
And it is. There's plenty of parking, covered arena. The track was a little hard, but I believe what I call aerating. Just chip it up a little bit, it'd be in good shape.
But you got to figure that track hadn't been used in years, Jerry.
It hadn't.
You know.
Now this is Sir. To me, this is a show pleasure horse. Jeremy is doing a great job with him too. He is by Armsdale for real out of Ruby's Armed.
I want to thank the people for letting us use the place.
Oh yes, yes. And Jake Jacobs.
Yep.
Jake went to Chapel Hill, brought down the bleachers. I want to thank him for that. He got the track ready, got the grounds ready, and then they came out and bush hogged. This would be a great place to have multiple horse shows. This horse right here, I'd put anybody on him.
Yeah. And that's what you call a show pleasure horse. I mean, easy to ride, and ain't snatching and jacking. And I mean, he just going on smooth, walking behind.
Now this right here is a Got You. Reserve and Open Special class in Cookville this year. This horse is by Walk Time Charlie out of Coast is Clear Mare. Now you can call Jesse Barnes, Shane Porterfield, check on these horses because they're still for sale. And I'd love to see them sell them. I know before the show, Jesse sold one and Billy Morgan sold two.
That's one thing I really appreciate you, Jerry. You know, this is after the sale, and you still got these horses, and you still, help promoting to sell these horses. I mean, that's what it's all about, this industry.
Hey.
It's try to help each other.
I'm a firm believer in one thing. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
No matter what the outcome is, if you said you were going to do it, do it. And we knew because the horse is selling and people calling and saying, well, we're going to have to go to the horse show. Matter of fact, we talked to a trainer the day before, said I was coming, but I got to go to that horse show. We knew that we were going to be light. I was hoping for more than the 5 horses that we had, but we had 5 quality horses. We fulfilled our promise, and if that offends some people, then so be it. But we kept our word.
Yes.
So that's it. Everybody left there happy that brought a horse. I didn't hear any complaints. And all the bills are paid. We had the insurance. And the next thing would be fast, we'll receive a check.
Yes.
So we wanted to raise money, we did. So there you go. Now where are we headed? You're supposed to know this stuff. We're going to Belfast. There's Jake Ryan and Harlan Lawrence. For Harper Lawrence, this was a great pony.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's just steady as he can be. That's what you want for these youth. You want something you can put out there that's steady going, ready to go.
That's right.
And I like it,
That's
babe.
a nice little pony right there.
It is. I believe this is another one that he, and there's Show Pleasure Amateur Reserve.
Yeah.
Sir, with Amber Hobbs. For me. I can say that. That's for me. I had a hard time selling myself that day.
I tell you, that's why I say that's a nice little horse. Different people can ride that horse, and just get along with him.
We've had kids on him, adults on him, ladies on him. Right here, Woman of Honor and Blaze Picard for Larry and Elsie West. 3-year-old Marion Gilden winner.
That's another real nice little horse right there.
One going like that's gonna get better. She's only 3. She's doing a good job right there.
Yep.
Right here's DeJohno and Aubrey Smith for Larry and Elsie West. Now Daniel showed this horse quite a bit, and he's a good show pleasure horse. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's what your ideal show pleasure horse is right there.
That's right.
And right here's Country and Mickey McCormick for Taylor and Floyd. I called Mike about running an ad on another one of his horses. He said, "You're wearing me out." And I said, "Well," I said, "you don't expect me to call the losers, do you?"
That's right.
I don't want to call no last place horse. Mickey does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. I like that name too, Country. And right here, Joe Pod, Harper Lawrence for Shane Porterfield. 12 to 17 winner. Shane's doing a good job.
Shane doing a good job of working horses.
He really
Shane doing a real good job working his horse. Shane, I'm gonna tell you, he's what you call a true amateur on trained person.
He is.
He is that.
He works at it, gets with it.
Shady O'Grady.
And here's Shady O'Grady and Dan Waddell, your reserve 2-year-old stallion winner for George and Kim Lewis. I really like that one.
That is a good horse.
Wears that bridle real good.
I tell you, Dan is getting some.
Dan
got some real good horses.
He's a trainer. Now he does. He has some good ones. Must have an Irish blood in him. Name that one Shady O'Grady. You reckon?
Oh yeah.
Ain't never tell. All right. From there, I think we'll go to the Tennessee Walk Horse Youth Association, the Summer Splash.
73.
Right here is Miss Lizzie McGuire and Tim Smith, Bruce and Robin McDonald.
I tell you that Bruce and them got a selection of good horses.
Yeah, they do. They got a good stable.
They got a good 2-year-old. You see this 3-year-old. I mean, they got a bunch of good horses there.
They're good for the industry.
Yeah,
too.
they are
I know
good for the industry.
Bruce supports this industry a lot.
Yep.
He really does. And here's Honored in Texas and Bob Hancock. That's another one that's good for this industry. And another really good horse.
Real good horse.
Honored in Texas and honored tonight with the blue ribbon in Champions Arena. It's Mr. Bob
Amateur specialty.
on the blue ribbon ride. Honored in Texas and
I'm going to use this. And why would you ever want to put that horse in a show pleasure class?
That's right.
Because that there is one bad cat.
But Jerry, you know, that's the type of horses is in this jumper class.
And here's Shut Up and Deal, a reserve winner in this class with Dick P. This is Rising Star horse.
Yes, that's a nice horse right there. I like that horse.
Really, you know what gets me? You don't win a class and a bunch of people like to buy him.
Yeah.
But now Shut Up and Deal, real good horse. Just steady there and steady walk. And then you got Cerveza.
Yeah.
That I really like Cerveza.
I was telling Dick the other day, I believe he's making a comeback. He got some real nice horses.
Good horses.
He got some good horses.
And Dick is a horse.
Oh,
trainer.
he is a horse trainer.
Here's Honors Roll Call and Jeff Laughlin for Robert Dortch.
That's a nice horse there too.
Yeah, it is. I bet you money Robert ends up on that horse.
Yeah.
He's ready to go, that's for sure.
I say we probably see that horse one of these big weekends we got coming up here.
We may see him with Robert on him too.
Yeah.
Because I know Robert's bound to be missing the show ring. We can't beat that. Guess what?
Yeah, I know what time it is. We'll be right back after these messages.
Looking for that perfect horse to suit your wants and needs can be very exhausting and discouraging. But once you find that certain horse, it all changes to joy and excitement. That's why the best place to look for your dream horse is the Equine Performance Horses sales site. We have a lineup of some of the best horses being offered for sale in the equine industry. Whether you're looking for that perfect trail horse, an extreme cowboy mount, or a winning show horse, find the one you desire at Equine Performance Horse sales site. Put a smile on your face, laughter in your heart, and fun in your life by visiting equineperformancehorse.com and find your next mount. To discuss a specific horse, call 931-224-4191 or 931-581-4411.
Hey Tennessee, Ross Chastain here, the guy who likes to smash watermelons on the front stretch at Nashville Superspeedway. But you know what I never smash? Safety rules. Racing's all about control, and the same goes for life on the road. So use your melon and don't mix drinking and driving. It's like trying to race with a busted engine. Be a pit crew hero. And if you've had a few, pass the keys to a sober friend, because we're all racing toward a safer Tennessee, and we want you there at the finish line.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
We're talking about a post Jerry made about the older trainers that are still alive and doing an interview, and someone was posting some that had already
passed away. Yeah.
Now I got interviews with several trainers that have already passed.
Yeah.
I got them with Billy Gray.
Yeah.
Wallace Brandon. I mean, a bunch of them. So we could post them sometime.
Yeah.
Cancer. Walk in for cancer. Shelbyville, the Bedford Cancer Foundation. I love saying this.
I like that name.
The Hoss. The Hoss and Allie Jo Jacobs.
Yeah.
She is a pistol.
I tell you, Allie Jo, she's getting better and better on riding.
I tell you what, she's going to be one of these that the amateur ladies right now are going to regret the day she turns 18 and they have to go in against her. There's Edwina. It's the medalist in Ridge Cunningham for Wilson and Cunningham. I tell you what, that young man right there just fell right into the saddle.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Fell right into the saddle.
He's doing a good job, too. He's just like his bigger brother.
Well, those two stick together now.
And that horse right there is teaching them a lot now.
Yeah.
That's
Now, Eli won in Putnam this weekend. Here is Dorrell and Brad Beard, Samantha Green in your Pro-Am class. One of Virginia Stewart's horses.
Yes. She's a real nice lady now, I tell you.
Tell me. Evergreen Walking Horse Farm.
Samantha Green and Brad Beard making a good ride for Evergreen Walking Horse Farm of Belfast.
This another good horse for Miss Virginia have. Samantha, I tell you, she really loves this horse right here. That's a good horse right there.
Title defense. Virginia's got some good horses.
She do got some good horses.
And here's Cousin Bob. I tell you what, Shane, my hat goes off to him.
Yeah, me too.
That right there is a walking fool.
Yeah.
Buddy. He got that head timed up with the breeched legs. I mean, he just
walking and shaking and doing everything right.
Getting it done. Getting it done. Here's a Mighty Jen and Mickey McCormick. for Mike Floyd.
Mighty and 209.
I like that name too.
Yep.
Circle here in Shelbyville tonight.
Mike is another good person that's good for the industry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I tell you, he's
Mike Floyd, you can't beat him.
No,
with a
he
stick.
ain't.
Now, he's just a super good guy.
a real good guy.
And he's got some good ones.
Yes.
He does. He tickled me. He said, "You're wearing me out." And I said, "Mike, you winning."
Thank you all for being here tonight and supporting the Memphis Cancer Foundation. We'll see you down the road as we head towards the celebration. Good night, everybody.
That's nice right there, buddy.
That's a good horse.
That's hitting that good lick. Now, from there, we're going to go to the tennis show. It was a good show. They did well. That tennis group out there, buddy. They can get it done right there. All-day pleasure. This is a youth class.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for better than that. But I'm going to tell you, the horse that won this one, anytime he goes into the ring, you better be watching him because he's going to get it, either him or his brother. I be smoking Joe.
Yep.
Tucker Johnson for Tanner, and Tucker Johnson took the blue. Maiden's Breath and Lexi Nims was reserved. But look at there.
Oh yeah, he's a nice horse.
Right there is definitely all day. You can hit that lick, just keep it going. Get it done. I tell you what that is.
I mean, he just
I just don't.
shaking away.
I remember the first time I saw him in the hallway, and I said, "That right there is fixing to light it up." And
Yeah.
he did. He just something about him, the way he walks, he just timed up, smooth as silk.
Yeah.
And them boys have shared him. They probably might be afraid they can't find another as he is and don't want to show against each other.
Yeah.
So we'll take turns winning with this one. Yeah, there he is. I be Smoking Joe and Tanner Johnson, or Tucker Johnson, for Tanner and Tucker Johnson.
Making a blue ribbon ride in our youth all-day pleasure class, I be Smoking Joe. Tucker Johnson is riding. Tanner and Tucker Johnson's entry in Shelbyville. Tucker Johnson.
See what, they do a good job.
Oh yeah, they do a good
Yeah,
job.
they really do.
A real good job. But they got a line of good riders in their family too.
Yes, they do. Their father, their mother, their
yeah.
grandmother,
Mother, yeah.
their grandfather.
The Kickin' Chicken.
I don't know who trains this one, but Kick and Chicken took the blue.
Yep. I'm so proud of that. I tell you that Olivia, she tries hard. She works hard at it now, I tell you. And this is a class that a lot of people take for don't really know the rules to it. You're supposed to be sitting up in the brow, looking between that horse's ears, just like an equitation rider.
That's right. You're not
Yep.
supposed to be looking around.
Round, that's right.
And I know that happens a lot, but we're talking about children.
Yes.
But when that young lady right there, she is doing it.
And
the
I
way
tell you,
it's
she
supposed to
loved
be
it
done.
too. She loved it.
Well, if you remember back when Allie Joe, now buddy, she was a strickler too.
That's right.
This is this class right here. This was a good class.
It was a good class. All three of them horses, real nice horses in that class.
Well, Mayor Bill and Dan Waddell takes the blue for George and Kim Lewis. Cut Above Dixie and Nick Plafkin was reserved. for Brenda Marlin and the Great Gatsby, Shay Scott, the COJ Syndicate. And who is that, the COJ Syndicate?
I don't know who that is, but that's Shay Scott. That's our third time ever showing in her life, and she's showing in the trainers class.
Well, she did a good job. I can tell her that.
She done a real good job. But Dan's horses, I'm gonna tell you that horse there is a top horse.
Hey, Mayor Bill.
Yeah.
He is by far one of my favorite horses because he can flat get it done, and he's shown in it all.
Yeah.
Everything. He's not just not just a one-way horse. He goes amateur and open.
Yeah.
Mayor Bill. He's won state classes.
Alabama. Mayor Bill and Dan Waddell, the blue.
That's a good horse. But just like I say, all them horses in that class was nice horses. I mean, that was a good class.
They're fit for that class.
Yes.
That's what I like about it.
Dan Waddell and Mayor Bill, congratulations.
Here's one. Amateur ponies. Hey, you can't knock this, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
No time. I'm Charlie Black and Dahlia Smith to the blue. Hardy was reserved with Lucky Collins, Sunset Shady, and Rose Ansett. Daddy's Shady Cast, Elizabeth Thomas. That's a good group of horses.
Oh, that is
right
a good group of horses.
But now, look at Dahlia. I'm telling you, that's one good horse. Timed up, shaking. Horse sired by Walk Time Charlie.
It's run and walk time, amateur riders. Show your ponies how to run and walk.
Oh, Dahlia, she can ride a horse.
Tell me about it. I can remember talking to some of the lady amateurs when she turned 18 to go in against them. They said, now we got to show against Dahlia Smith.
I tell you, it was a good class right here. It's a bunch of good horses right here. Bunch of good horses.
I'm Charlie Black. Dahlia Smith Har is the owner.
I'm Charlie Black and Dahlia Smith taking the blue.
That's it. She wears that blue so well.
Yes.
World Grand Champion right there.
I'm Charlie Black and Dahlia Smith Har, our amateur walking pony winner.
I like that name
From
too.
Manchester, Kentucky.
Charlie Black.
Smith Har, and I'm Charlie Black.
Oh, that's a walking.
That's a good horse right there.
I love these good ones. Now here's your state class. I'm gonna tell you wasn't but 3 horses in it, but there was 3 good ones. Wilhelm, Dan Waddell from Missy Johnson took the blue. The Outlaw, the Dixie Outlaw, and Brad Beard, Charles Johnson. And Brain Power, R.M. Kelly for Kathy Baker. Loaded to the hilt. But I'm gonna have to say, Wilhelm, he is a piece of work. Named after a legend.
Yeah.
Walks like a legend. Brain Power in there is awfully good horse.
Oh yeah.
So it's horse. This class right here.
Oh yeah, it was good.
That Dixie Outlaw just keeps coming on.
Yeah.
But I do so much like Wilhelm. I like the name too.
Yeah.
If you name them after a legend, they better be good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't want to tarnish anybody's name.
All
Look at there.
right,
Oh Oh yeah, that's what you call 1, 2, 3, 4 right there.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you, he's only 4 too.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's something to think about.
And that brain power is a good horse.
Yeah, he's a good horse. He's good amateur or
Yeah.
But a 4-year-old doing what this one's doing, hey.
Just going to come in and line up where you see our ringmaster, please. Our Riders Cup Championship Stake here on Friday night. Our final class of the Shelbyville Tennis Club Horse Show.
Dan has done, I mean, he's done a marvelous job with this horse, no doubt about it.
Wilhelm. Dan Waddell is riding for the Starcatcher Farms Shelbyville Tennis Club Horse Show champion. That champion is Wilhelm.
Good horse.
Dan Waddell rides Wilhelm down victory lane tonight for the owners at Starcatcher Farm. Tim and Misty Johnson of Voice, Virginia. Wilhelm and Dan Waddell, congratulations. A championship finish to our Friday night here at the Shelbyville Tennis Club Horse Show.
That's a walking horse right there, Jerry.
That is a walking horse.
Look real good. Now, we're fixing to show something. I got some friends up in Kentucky, and his son literally loves to work horses.
Yes.
So this kid, now I want everybody to know something, this kid is 12 years old.
And trained this horse on his own.
Yeah, works his horse, trains his horse on his own. Griffin's Jazz Lady. Look at there. Now this kid's 12.
And I tell you, he loves these horses. He live, eat, and breathe these horses. Him and his dad and his mom, I'm gonna tell you, they some good people.
Well, they text me this video.
Yeah.
And I just had to show it because he's only 12 years old and training a horse to do that.
Yeah, by himself.
I mean, passing inspection and all this. And people say, hey, can't be done. There's a 12-year-old boy training a horse. Griffin, I'm proud of you, buddy. You got my vote. Now, if Jerry will do what he's paid for, we'll get I had to do it. I had to.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority, power in community.
The Tennessee Walking Horse is rapidly becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee Walking Horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee Walking Horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee Walking Horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also, remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today, you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
More of What a Horse coming up.
I think now we're going to go up into Putnam County. We got 2 or 3 videos to show from there. They had a right nice little show.
Yeah, they did. They said they had a pretty nice show over
Robbie
there.
Spiller was the judge up there. But boy, I'm going to tell you, it was hot. I seen a part of it. I was watching it on Bob's site, and the Beth and the twins were on the far side, and but Beth was sitting there. She looked like she was just burning up, and one of the twins, I'm not sure which one, was laid down behind her, but she was standing because I know she was hot.
Yeah.
Here is your all-day pleasure class. Ignite the Night and Allie Joe took the blue in this class with Designer Champagne and Madeline Gannon Reserve. Now right there's one world champion, 2-6, 216, 15, 14. Hey. And Ignite the Night took the blue. That's a nice place.
That is a nice place to have a horse show.
The track, they got a big track and grandstands that I would imagine at one time years ago they were filled
Oh,
to
yes.
the top. I got to see Beth them because I want to rag them about being over there fanning in that hot sun. It looked like Greg down there.
That was
on
Greg
the
over
fence.
there on the fence right there.
Right here, Ignite the Night and Allie Joe Jacobs for Amanda Jacobs. Tickled me when Amanda showed Allie Joe was on the sideline. She was doing the coaching.
Nice little horse.
And here's your 15 2 and under open specialty. Boone's Gin. Drew Graves took the blue for Mike Floyd. Special by Jose Link Webb, Charles Glegren. Pardon My Parole, Dwayne Wilson for Heidi Mott. Rogue Status, Randy Young for Rick Clendon. And Generators Tennessean, Christy Barnes. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't flip it over. Miss DR, Annette England, and Copy of Rage, Whitey Miles. Was that right? I guess it was.
I tell you, Drew got some nice horses too.
Yes, he does. A bunch.
Yeah.
Him and them boys, they do a super good job. You know, they drive all the way from Woodbury.
Yeah.
Every day to take care of them horses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not no quick trip.
No.
They got a mighty good job.
Yeah.
Boone's Gin, Drew Graves. Owner Mike Floyd took the blue in the 15-2 and under.
Nice horse.
Couldn't ask for much better than that now.
No.
Boone's Gin. I like that name. Here's your youth light shot. This was a new one on me. I had not seen her on this horse. The Dixie Flyer and Allie Joe Jacobs took the blue in the light shot class. She's a Sky Lady, and Charlie Walker was reserve. That's what you call kids having fun, buddy. Kids having fun.
Allie Joe now, she loves the show now.
She does. I think she just loves to ride.
Yeah.
She rides all over that farm over there. She got that little spotted horse. And she's out there. We got video of her over there standing up on that thing.
Yeah.
There he is, Miss Dixie Flyer and Allie Joe Jacobs. A little swift there in that running walk, but it's just smooth.
Oh, it's smooth as silk.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Having fun and getting it done.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, well, I am looking forward to figuring out how we can have a claiming sale. A lot of people think it's a good idea. Some talk about it being done in the past, but I'm not looking at having a ton of classes. I'm looking at having some quality horses, the mid-range horses.
Yes.
Because right now, we have shows, but we have some great horses out there, so it's hard for a mid-range horse to even get a ribbon.
Yes, that's right.
So I'd love to see it created to where horses out here in that mid-range could have a place to go on a Saturday night where they'd have a shot at winning a blue ribbon.
That's right.
And if you're going to do it, you got to create an avenue. And that's what we're trying to do with having a claiming sale. And we'll just take it as we go.
Yep.
We'll see everybody next week when we report on this week's show. Have a good weekend.
Be safe and careful.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shift it to the right, shift it to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. I got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Pete, start talking.